dear.
All right, the Giff pull out their flails and make a loud bellow and rush forward. So they will be in the essentially the front. Now these creatures are rather small, but go
Ooh.
ahead and click on your token and roll your initiatives.
Okay.
Lafdul's observing at the back.
You're gonna pull back. All right.
I don't think
I'm going
be
to. I'm going to
I'm
rush in
going
with
back.
my sword. Let me find my token.
It's way on the other side of the map.
Yeah, there it is. Let me see if I can add you to the tracker, Yeldin,
That's
since
it.
you're not in there.
There it is.
I was just gonna roll again and modify it to be my first roll. But
Okay.
that works.
Well, yeah, you're in there now.
Looking for
I'm going to turn around, actually,
speed.
while they're doing that.
Look the other way.
I'm going to stand there and look around the corner and just keep guard on our rear.
Okay. The three Giff are gonna move at the same time.
That makes sense.
With Turgut moving separately.
Oh dear.
There's not a whole lot of room, so I'm gonna have Urgoth stay back as well. And let's go ahead and see what they get.
Hopefully, it looks like I'm going, but hopefully I go before all the melees. Oh, the melee that's going.
Oh, can I even use the sling?
It would be very likely to hit the Giff, actually.
Well, that's
Oh.
why you wanna. That's why I said before they get into melee.
If you move before they do, then you will have little trouble. But otherwise, yeah, there's a chance to hit them. Let's see, they are moving at.
I'm behind Braxon and Yeldin, but before the other melee characters.
Oh, the gift. He hasn't entered the gift move yet.
Yeah, they're actually moving pretty quickly. I rolled really well for them.
Oh. God damn it!
How fast are these brains?
They are pretty fast
0.
as well. No, I hadn't put them in yet.
6.
Yeah. Okay. So they're.
I'm guessing a brain has an intelligence bonus.
You would be surprised. All right. They are actually quite quick, but the Giff quickly move to intercept them, which really saves you, Leva. And they are going to just their little tentacles whip out and try to attack the Giff in front of them. All right, let's see. I had to get to the right part. All right, let's see. Where are my dice? There we go. All right, only one of them succeeds in hitting. There's a slight sizzle as the little tentacle lands on the leg of Trooper Hergen, dealing 4 points of damage.
Wow.
He grunts in pain. I did not write down their hit points on my thing. Hold on a second. All right. But they quickly bring their flails down and attempt to smash these little brain creatures. But only one of them is successful in hitting, I think. Yeah. All right. So Trooper Hergen, seeing that his feeling the pain. He brings down his flail on one of these creatures, and gives it a good solid thwack upside the brain.
That's the one that hit him, right?
Yes, yes. And he deals 1d6 plus 8.
Jesus Christ, Giff.
10
It's
points of
like
damage.
They're incredibly good fighters. Jesus Christ.
However, the squishy nature of the creature saves it, and it doesn't really it doesn't get like smushed into nothingness.
Good to know. Bludgeoning damage is it's weak against. Or strong against.
Or I'm just describing the situation.
Yeah.
All right,
True.
Braxon.
Braxon's going to come in and help Hergen, because Hergen got bit.
Okay.
Right, so... What am I rolling? D20.
What's your Thaco?
Echo is 17.
All right. Unfortunately, it dodges away. As these little brains move, their little tube-like legs, they kind of rotate really fast. It's kind of disconcerting to see them move, and it just manages to dodge away from your sword blow. Yeldin.
I guess, can I, hold my... If one of them tries to run away, can I shoot the one that tries to run away?
Sure.
Because I don't want to shoot into melee.
Right.
So I was like, I'm trying to get a shot, but I can't.
Yeah, there's the large bodies of the Giff just kind of blocks your shot. Turgid moves up and seeing that one of his troopers has been hurt, he brings his flail down in an attempt to smash the creature that attacked him, and he misses. All right, Leva.
Leva realizes that her sling might actually hit one of her allies, so she goes and goes to where Lafdul is, and waits there.
Okay.
By the way, where's Ockar?
Ockar, he's moving into melee combat with him.
Yeah, I charged in to attack with my longsword.
Okay.
All right. Ockar, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Yeah, that probably misses.
Yeah, that's a miss. Unfortunately, these little squirmy brain creatures just managed to dodge out of your sword blow. All right, Higgimus.
All right, see if I can hit one of these things. So here, my Thaco is 18.
That is a hit.
Plus whatever the sword is. All right.
Oh yeah, he's using the magic sword. Whatever it does.
Yeah, I don't know if it has a +1 to it or not.
You won't know until we know.
But I take that into account.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get to the injured one.
That's fine.
All right. So just
Hopefully
roll your
it won't
damage
matter.
normally if there's an extra bonus to it. Oh my lord.
Oh, that's gonna leave a scar.
Oh, I did divide it.
That's fine.
18.
That's still 18
Yeah, that's 18. You move around. You move around Trooper Randolph and bring your sword down and just easily slice right through one of these brain creatures. And there's an odd sound. It's hard to really describe exactly what kind of sound it is, since, as far as you can tell, these things don't have a mouth. But it lets off almost a keen, and then it's just cut off as your sword blow finishes its slice right through.
I say, come on, men, put your back into it.
The Giff let out
I rallied.
a loud grunt in excitement. And
And
with
now
that,
he hits.
let's go ahead and this is gonna that's your only hit for the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative again.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the longbow because I don't think there's room in melee for me to join. So, yeah.
We got more than enough people to melee them down.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if they try to run away, I'm gonna shoot one.
Actually, what? This room is full of spores, isn't it?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm
And,
probably immune to the spores if they're living in it.
could I grab one of the lanterns off someone if they're not being equipped?
Higgimus, did you put down your lantern when this all began?
No, I'm still holding it.
All right, so you're using that instead of the shield.
Correct.
Braxton's
And
still
They
got his
both
left
got their
arm.
lanterns.
Yeah.
They've...
they both have their lanterns. Now, someone has torches, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've got two.
I have torches.
I will probably hand off the lantern when we get closer to the main bad guy.
Yeah,
Basically,
I have 10 torches, so
what I was just theorizing is basically I light up this area and just have my bow ready to shoot anything that might run from that room if they're connected.
If you can get to Braxon, he'll hand you his lantern.
That would be you'd
Yeah.
have to do that instead of attacking.
Yeah.
I can pass my torch to Lafdul.
I mean, I have a torch on me. I could use
No,
that, I suppose, but I can't use my
Yeah.
bow.
Well, you could suggest to someone else.
I asked Lever to light a lantern, and I call Yeldin over to me. And me and Yeldin will try and shoot anything that runs into the adjacent room, or what we assume is an adjacent room.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna basically stand outside the doorway and watch to see if anything comes out of that way.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Now, Leva, I saw that you rolled with +1. Is that for casting time?
That's a magic missile.
Okay, so are you going to instead switch to your sling and go with Lafdul and Yeldin? Because you can't do both.
I realize I can't do that both. I was watching the Giff try and hit those things. I thought that a magic missile might be of more use.
Right, I understand, but that was before Lafdul came up with this idea.
I'm going to stay there. I'm going to stay there.
Okay, so you're going to still cast the magic missile.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll use one of my torches and I'll tell Yeldin to get his bow.
Okay.
If Yeldin wants to come with me.
Yeah, I'll go with you because I can't hit anything right now, so...
Yeah, so we might as well do something else.
All right, let's go ahead and sort that. All right, Leva, you're able to get your magic missile off first. I failed to bring up my chart. So let me go ahead and roll for level adjustment. Okay. Gotta pull up the... I knew I'd forgotten something. And of course it was getting this
The
listed.
wild mage stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew I would forget something, and it just so happened that this is the thing that I forgot.
It's usually the thing you forget.
Well, no, usually I forget to do it.
It's always something related to the wild mage.
You're second level, right, Leva?
Yep.
Okay. No effect. You can go ahead and roll your 1d4 plus 1. A single missile flies out. Were you going for the uninjured one, or were you going for the injured one?
Wouldn't
I
it be
was
2
going for
missiles?
the.
Wouldn't
No,
it be 2 missiles since she's level 2 now?
No, it's
it's level 3.
No,
Okay.
Old explained that rather well a few times ago. I go for the uninjured one.
okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. Nice. Missile flies out and zips around the massive Giff in front of you, and slams into one of these creatures that has not been hit, and it seems to stumble back slightly, but then continues forward. Alrighty. Now the creatures and the Giff are going to go at the same time. I will roll for the creatures first.
How many of these things are there?
There's 2 left. You
One
killed
second.
one. So, one of them rushes forward, but the other one gets in its way. The injured one, feeling the pain, it just starts lashing out and moving very erratically from the pain, and it manages to hit its friend, dealing 5 points of damage. So, basically they appear to get confused with the blast of the magic missile as well, and they just get almost tangled up with each other, and the tentacle coming off of the front one that's been injured manages to hit its friend, and then Quarid, Hergen, and Randolph, seeing their opportunity, they are going to try and crush these things. But only one of them is able to hit. They're moving erratically, so it's difficult to predict exactly where they are going. And Quarid is the one who gets the hit, dealing... That is going to be... 14 points of damage. He kills the one that you hit with your magic missile, Leva. The head of the flail comes down and just splatters the creature. All right, Yeldin, you are waiting to see if anything comes out of the other room. Braxon, you can now reposition yourself well enough to get an attack on the final injured brain creature.
Let's see if I can hit it. 15.
That is a hit.
Hey. And that's small, so that'll be 1d8 plus 3. I want to get 2 attacks this time. Hey.
Well, yeah, there's only one left. That's assuming that it doesn't die. And crap. Again, I knew I'd forget something.
What?
I forgot to change what the stream was. All right, Braxon, you maneuver around the Giff, and you manage to bring your sword down and easily skewer the last of these 3 brain creatures. And there is nothing else attacking. Everything is calm and quiet now.
So I tell the people what I actually saw in the other room. I tell them there are objects lying around. If I understood your description right, the objects are not lying in the mass of fungi, right?
The ones that you saw were not, but you couldn't see very much of the fungi in that room. It ended right on the right edge of your vision.
Okay, I
All
tell
right.
people that, and I'm a collector. I vote for going inside and checking out the objects.
Okay. If you want to shine the lantern in, you might get a better idea of what they are.
Yeah.
Good idea.
You need to be careful because there might be more of those things in there.
Use here. Take mine. It has a better range, and you can see better with it.
You're gonna take the bullseye lantern, Leva?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Shining the lantern in, you can see that the objects that you saw before with infravision are in fact gems.
Ah, nice. So I turn around and tell the people, hey, there are gems in there. Let's go get them.
Um,
Uh,
I say we need to take care of that fungus first.
Well, the
are the
fungus,
gems in the fungus or are they not?
as far as I could see, the gems were not in the fungus, but the fungus sort of stopped, or the fungi, the mold stopped at the edge of what I could see. So most,
Well, now that you have the lantern and you got a better view, you can see that the vast majority of them are not in the fungus, but some of them are.
well, that's not the only problem. What do I see when I look in front of the hole? If we go through, do we step into fungus or do we step into proper ground, onto proper ground?
You would not, if you go straight through, you would not step on fungus. So you can see that. Let's see.
Hey, Yeldin.
Yeah, we're getting some more background noise. So you can see that essentially the line here is the edge, is where the edge of the fungus is, roughly.
Okay. So I turn around and tell the people what I saw, and I pass the torch back, the lantern back to Braxon.
Okay.
That's Higgimus's.
Okay, to Higgimus then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Braxon are going to here then. Pings.
I suggest to Braxton, are you wearing a cloak?
Don't think so.
Keep something over your mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say get some water and put something over your mouth. That's what I was going to do. Like wet the part of my cloak and put it in front of my mouth.
That's a good idea. I have a good cloak.
That's what they did in medieval times when they dealt with plagues.
The Giff will keep watch out here. And Lafdul, could you take a look at my soldier's wound too?
I don't think we've got anything other than the loincloths of those dead creatures.
We have another. I bought healing supplies. I'm just going to say I bought a little bit of like cloth. How much does this cost? I'll look this up.
Well, first of all, do you want to try to do some healing on the Giff who's injured?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would just be looking at it, bandage it up. But I wanted to, while I was getting healer stuff, I would have got some cloth. Knowing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. I just needed the price of it, which I will have to look up in a minute.
I mean, like, what kind of cloth are you talking about? Gauze or just strips
some
of cotton?
Well, I'd assume it'd be like linen, unless it'd be more expensive. Linen or cotton, whatever's more readily available.
Just generic cloth. You'd have been able to get it just for a couple coppers. You know, a couple yards of cloth that you either then cut up into strips or something like that.
Yeah, I'd form them into bandages or wrap around various wounds of varying sizes. How big is it, sorry?
I
can work this out in a second.
I wouldn't worry about it. Just say that you haven't. I mean, it's not going to be worth very much.
Should I just say a silver piece?
That's fine. But go ahead and roll your proficiency check.
Healing.
Okay. You're able to bandage up the Giff. That one was Hergen. And he regains 2 hit points. Okay. He thanks you, for the assistance. And so Braxon, you are getting into the into the room. You're holding your cloak or cloth over your face.
Yeah. And Braxon's going to be looking for any more brains and anything on the ceiling that might drop down, anything like that, primarily, before he looks for where the gems are, and to see whether it's possible to get away from the fungus and go to the other side of the room.
Okay, let me go ahead and reveal all of that room. There is... there are no other things moving around, but there's a concentration of the gems in the, roughly the back corner kind of thing. So this this back 5-foot square essentially has not a pile per se, but there's a concentration. Whereas the gems then spread out from there. If you wanted to get absolutely everything, you would have to try to do something about the spores. I mean the mold.
I just realized that paladins are immune to disease.
And they can cure disease, and if you want to give me... I mean, you could try laying on your cure disease. It might work. I mean, you know that mold and fungus, can lead to disease.
So, who is diseased?
Well, no one
But
is.
if you step onto the fungus and it releases a cloud of spores, then we're all in danger. Even if you can't get diseased, we can.
Well, not if I have you guys stay very far back while I head in and get the stuff.
Would that protect you against poison? Or is
It
mold
says-
considered a disease?
It just says I'm immune to all forms of disease.
Huh.
But you
I guess
you
this depends
don't
on whether-
know if it would protect you.
Poison or disease?
Okay,
Let's
so
know.
Braxon's going to report back through the hole. If we come through and we stay on one side of the room, there's quite a few gems we can collect. There's more gems that are on the mold. I would suggest that we have someone sneaky go around and gather up what gems that are on the unprotected side, and then we can make a call on whether we want to go after the other ones.
Yeah. On the way out, we can just use what oil we have left for our lanterns, dump it on it, and burn the stuff out of it.
Yeah, that's a good
Kill
call.
it with fire.
That's a good call.
So just get what we can right now.
Okay. Let me...
If that sounds like a good plan for everybody else too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with it.
What would be classed as trying to not step on stuff? Would it be a dex check, or would it be like acrobatics or balancing, tumbling, or?
Well, it's a pretty
There is
clear...
no acrobatics check in this edition.
All right, you get my point now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a specific proficiency like tumbling, or and there
I
is,
do
believe
have
there is,
tumbling.
then you could roll that proficiency check if you were in a situation where you found yourself like about to step on it. It's pretty easy to avoid.
Got an 18 in it, so.
Right, but it's pretty easy to avoid just by not stepping near it. If you keep a foot away from it, you're fine unless someone bumps into you and you fall down.
You have the Giffer in there, so you don't have to worry about us.
To a certain degree, it depends on exactly what you want to do in the first place. Like, why are you asking?
No, I was just, curious to know just how entrenched these gems were, possibly. I don't know. I was hoping I could step around them.
Lafdul, how about you take a look at some of these gems that we can get to easily and see if they're worth these gems or worth the hassle.
Could I glance at some of them? I
All
need good lighting at them, at least.
Yeah, I've got
You have the lamp with
got
you,
an
I
event.
assume.
Yeah, the lanterns give plenty of light. Go ahead and give me a appraising proficiency check.
Take it you're gonna put a modifier on it, so you're 13. success.
Oh,
Okay.
easy.
You immediately recognize that amongst the batches, they're all cut, which is interesting. But you notice that some of them are sapphires, some of them are garnets, and some of them are amethysts.
I think the
Would
sapphires would be. I actually don't know my actual gems, so whatever.
Would-
all
Sapphires
gold is the
are
most
valuable.
would Hornung's
Yeah, no,
guess?
they're valuable. They sound like the most valuable.
Would Hornung's guess help here?
Hornung's guess would give you a rough estimate of the number of gems that are in the room. I mean, it's to the nearest 10.
Mm-hmm. I turn around to the others and ask them whether they're interested.
I don't
Generally
care
speaking,
the way.
I don't think the amount of fire when we do burn this area will actually damage the gems.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, let's
So we
Let's
just burn
get-
it out eventually.
Well,
get what
we
we
can wait and we let's go kill the stupid thing and then we'll come back with the loot.
Yeah,
loot's
I
left
think the
this way.
main priority here is killing the monster we were sent down here to finish off.
Why
Well,
don't we
not
get the ones
not
we can
only
get easily?
because if we don't if the monster doesn't drop any loot and we don't have enough gold to pay everybody else, then we are going to be in shit. And so we should really pick up everything we can. So afterwards we do have the gold to pay.
You realize that we could just come right back here after we're done killing the monster and grab all these gems so you could pay these people.
Okay, Braxton's going to start
but-
picking up the gems that are
but-
nowhere near the mold.
Then it doesn't matter whether we pick them up now or later, does it?
That's what I was talking about.
We might be
Yeah.
carrying dead people or half dead people, so we won't have any interest in picking up gems. Whereas now, when we're still fresh and interested, it will be much easier.
Braxton's
Okay,
already
I'll
started.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Braxton's already
Braxton is
started picking up gems.
okay.
Just the ones that are away from the mold.
Okay. You begin to scoop up the gems. You get 30 gems in total. Easily, you can easily count them as you pick them up. There are. Let me make notes of this because I gotta keep track of which ones are on the mold and which ones aren't. All right, so you get 9 that are they're fairly small, pale blue faceted gems. There's 9 of those.
Those would be the sapphires. I think.
You don't have appraisal.
Pale blue.
Yep, pale blue.
Lafdul succeeded his appraisal check,
Yes,
so he
but,
can tell us what
and
they
these are not the sapphires. These are not the sapphires.
No, they would be like lapis, maybe.
I was just pointing out. I mean, some of the gems that you'll pick up are sapphires. Lafdul recognize that. So 9 of them are these small pale blue ones. There are some pink ones, and you notice that they're Cabicon cut, which is the smooth ovaloid shape. And you recognize, and you as you're picking them up, you notice that they've got a star shape in them, asterism.
Ooh. We might have some magic gems in there.
How many of those? You said some.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There were 12 of those.
Well, okay.
Tend to like the blue gems. Are they all blue?
No,
No,
those are
The
pink.
ones.
Those
Well,
are
that's
all
some.
pink.
Yeah, those were pink.
Oh.
That leaves 9 more.
All right. Yeah, I'm just calculating out how many more I need to pull out of this. You get 3 purple ones. They're large faceted gems.
Amethyst.
You don't have appraising.
Braxton doesn't care right now. He just wants to pick up. He was like, they're arguing. Just pick up the gems and we go.
You get 4 deep burgundy red faceted gemstones, 4 of them. And then 2 of the ones that Lafdul said were sapphires.
How many did you say? I'm sorry, the last one.
I think that's 30, isn't it?
2 sapphires. Yes. Yeah. So you picked up 30 total gems.
Right. We can move on now.
Higgimus, the Capricorn is actually a cut. The star is something. I think the purple ones are star shaped.
No,
No,
they're not
it's the
star
pink
shaped.
one.
It's asterism is a something that gets displayed on certain gems that are Capricorn cut. I will go ahead and
That's the
link.
12 pink one.
I just I added a link.
There's a star inside of it, basically, right? Star shape.
Okay, now we can kill monsters.
Inside star shape.
Oops.
Okay.
All right, so there are 6 more gems that you can see, kind of resting on the mold. You'd have to do something about the mold to get to them, or risk going into the mold field.
Yeah. Yeah, Braxon's not going anywhere near that mold.
Do I know
Well-
what they are? Just
Well, you know that you do know that the purple ones are amethysts. You do know that the deep red ones are garnets, and the you recognize the sapphires. For the smaller ones, you do recognize that the pink ones are star rose quartz. But the
Rose
other one
quartz?
you would need
That's what
a
I
bit more
figured.
time to figure out, because there's a lot of other things that it could be.
I know we're going to go on. I was just only specifically asking about the ones that were in the corner. I assume that was them.
Let's go with Higgimus's plan, and then we can move on. And if we've got enough lamp oil, we can just burn out this rest of this mold. Trading our
I don't
lamp
know
oil.
how do you spell quartz?
Trading our lamp oil.
Q-U-A-R-T-Z.
A-R-T-Z.
Q-U-A-R.
No, you.
Quartz has a U in it. It's always Q-U. Most of the time you have Q in there.
Yeah, you
Well,
had
I meant at
another
the
U.
end. Yeah, you had another U in there.
Well,
Not that I'm the
I-
world's best speller or anything.
Yes.
So,
All right.
yeah.
So you've collected these gems. The Giff with you appear rather impatient now.
Yeah, I figured.
I tell them to calm down. We're collecting their pay.
Oh dear. Let's keep going. As I
All right. What do
Okay.
you want to do next? Do you want to just push on through to?
the boss room. That's what I would like to do, but there's more than just me here.
Right. Well, I'm asking the group. What do you guys want to do?
There's one more room we haven't looked into.
There's 3 more rooms we haven't looked into.
Yeah, there's more than
Oh,
one.
one I see
Our
that.
hired help is getting impatient.
Let's.
Which room have we looked into? Someone being for that one. Right. Well, then let's go down the corridor to here and see what we can see through the doorway to see whether it's worth trying to go in there or not. It might be full of mold.
Yes.
All right. You get to the doorway, and at your approach, you hear a lot of scuttling as more centipedes and cave crickets scurry away from the light of your lanterns, and the sound of heavy Giff boots. It doesn't appear that there's anything living in there that you can see.
Oh yeah, because they all just ran away from the sounds of it. Let's keep going.
Actually, you do notice in the back as you are passing by that there appear to be some bones.
Well, let's go and have a look.
No.
Well,
Right. So
We're going.
Leva heads in to take a look.
Let's not
I-
let our finger
I
waggler go by herself.
Stop, and I pull out my the like fancy archer style 2 arrows and
I look above.
pull and draw the string because it's a fucking composite bow. You can hold strings for hours on composite bows.
Leva
Right,
Still gonna
Braxon-
ache a little.
stops here.
Braxon's going in with his sword out. He thinks there's something in there to attack.
Leva stops here because she just wants to look around and see whether there's anything around those bones.
Okay, the bones are in the back corner here. They appear to be completely stripped of flesh, but given the denizens down here, that doesn't seem all that surprising. You can see that there is a sword near him, and it looks like there is a pouch-like bit of cloth under the hip bone.
What kind of sword is it?
It's a long sword.
I'll
Ooh.
take it.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, I could use
Well,
that too.
First,
happen to-
let's look around the corner. Anything hiding?
I look at him and I say, I go through longswords for some strange reason. They keep breaking out of me.
Well, I'm not letting you break that one if it's magical.
Don't
So
know.
anyway, I want to look all around this room, the ceiling, everything. Just kind of
Yeah.
make sure nothing pops out of nowhere.
All right. Other than the screen of the, especially the centipedes, you don't see anything of particular interest other than the bones.
Okay.
Braxon's going to poke the skeleton.
You poke some
Make
bones.
All right.
I make a remark that's sacrilege.
Is it?
I
Nah,
you
just rolling.
I guess we should
Last,
get up the item.
last time we met some skeletons, they attacked us in wild space.
Yep. All right. Let's check out, see what this thing has.
All right. So Yeldin, you were taking the longsword.
Yeah, I was just picking it up to pick it up, so we have it.
All right. It's pretty well made, but it definitely needs some sharpening and cleaning. It appears to be a dwarven make.
Cool.
Inside the pouch, you find a couple coins,
I'll add
6
Okay.
silver pieces and 2 gold
part
pieces.
that needs sharpening.
You really don't need to read off when you're writing that stuff down.
Yeah.
please.
Sorry, it helps me sound out the words.
Or maybe put yourself push to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, what was it again, Old? I apologize.
That's okay. 6 silver pieces and 2 gold pieces.
Thank you.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. Do you kind of want to just like methodically search these rooms as you're coming to them?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's speed things
I'll-
up a bit.
I'll tell you that
There's enough of us.
I basically set them up as potential traps for the cave fishers, which you've already taken care of. So there's no real need to go into them in any real depth.
I think there was only 1 or 2 rooms left that we hadn't looked at.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah,
You're
they were at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Any loot or anything or no?
Nope. They'd all just been places that were potential for the traps from the cave fishers, but you already dealt with them.
Yeah, that fucking what's that freaking?
Yes,
That was
yes.
amazing.
All right. You gonna head down into the large cavern?
Yep.
Okay. How do you want to just kind of like make a beeline for the where you had your final stand, so to speak, or what?
No. I'd like to explore the rest of the cave. There's still
Well, I would rather deal
Hey,
with the damn thing
still
first
many
because
parts
it's gonna.
that we haven't actually looked at.
All right. Well, there's some differences of opinion. What do you guys want to do? You can
all right,
discuss
why don't
what you guys want to do and why make your arguments for it, and then decide
Okay.
as a group what you want to do.
Why don't we
One second.
why don't we make our way down to the bottom of the passage where we've only got one route, and then we can have a think there.
What I was going to just suggest is over here. We use the magical rope to get us down that little cliff thing there, and then we can then make our way down to these other places. Go through these places here that we haven't looked at yet on our way to thing. Does that sound like an idea?
That's a
sounds
great
like a good
idea.
idea. Yes.
Okay, that works, and then we're also approaching it from a different angle, so we could get the jump on them.
That is also a thing.
Okay. Unfortunately, there is nothing for the rope to attach itself to. Right there,
Then
but it's
Higgimus-
only about 10 feet. And it's not a sheer slope. You could,
All right,
especially
I can
the
lower
gifts.
myself down.
Yeah, and then help people down.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Okay, Braxon's going to say, magic rope, stand up straight from the floor.
It
See if
still
we can
needs
do
to
that.
attach. It still needs to attach to something to be climbable.
Right. Yeah, okay.
It's not like those crazy ropes they come in with a flute. Just climb up into the air.
Why don't
Yeah,
you use
that's-
yourself as an anchor?
Then it will-
Would you want a rope tied around yourself while a Giff is climbing down it?
Not
No.
for the gift.
I don't think so.
All right, the Giff can easily lower themselves over the edge and help the rest of you down.
Yep.
All right, do you want to kind of follow the left-hand wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sure.
Left hand. Which one?
Well,
It's
left-hand.
the right hand our point
This
of
one?
view.
Yeah,
Okay.
left as the on the map.
Left on that.
There's a bit of a a clearing along the edge of the cliff, but then right beyond it, you're in the mushroom forest, and you immediately come across a very large snail-like creature. Higgimus remembers this from the last time. Many of you were dead, so you didn't see it. It's almost as tall as the Giff, the shell. The creature's head has a number of large, thick nodules, and it just appears to be crunching away at some of the fungus down here. The shells themselves, the shell itself is kind of a swirl of neon colors.
I say we just leave it alone.
Yeah.
If it's not going to attack us, we don't attack it.
Okay. It seems perfectly content to leave you to it while it munches away at some on some mushrooms.
Are we going to be able to get through this bit without getting too close to it, or do we need to go around?
Could you do an appraisal? Sorry.
You can get around it. It's a very large creature, but it's not like blocking the path or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of its personal space. That actually physically being able to get past it and getting close enough to scare it might not be the same thing.
Yeah, well, take the long way around it then.
Well, you don't know.
Anyone any good at animals? Or we just send someone to see if we can sneak through.
Cooking.
There's enough of us here. It's not going to attack us. It's like survival instinct. One versus like 25.
It didn't come after me last time when I was dragging all your bodies out here, so
Okay. Let's
This is
hug stay away from it then.
just
just
don't
keep
poke it,
our-
and I think we'll be fine.
Just keep our distance, yeah.
Okay. one of the nodules you recognize. You see that it appears to have an eye on it. Swivels to watch as you move by it, but it doesn't make any move towards you or anything like that.
Okay.
Although that shell does look pretty.
Make a good mount.
Can you appraise the shell?
I don't think I could appreciate. I need taxidermy as well, or something to tie it in.
Yeah, you don't. Chances are none of you have seen anything like this before. So,
James.
Can paladins call forth a war snail?
we're getting some background noise again. I think James on your end.
Yes.
We're getting some
You're
background
getting-
noise.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Don't know.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to try anything?
Really just leave it alone.
Okay.
No need taking unnecessary damage before our big fight.
Braxton gets devoured by snail.
All right. You find that the cave here is it kind of slopes back towards the back, but inside this area it appears to be kind of a cooking area. There were there were some now cold cook fires. It looks like there's a shattered shell from one of those large snails there. They're extremely thick, and they're in large pieces.
Large pieces? Like how big large?
Think about the size of a large shield.
Huh. Can I grab a...
You can, but it's very bulky and unwieldy, even for you.
I would suggest
I
we
say on the way
get
back
that-
we should... On the way back we should grab these.
Yep.
Sounds like a
Maybe we
plan,
can make
'cause
some
they could,
stuff out of them.
or they could be worth money.
Could be worth money.
Can you appraise these these bits of shells?
No, he needs to be familiar with what he's dealing with, and he's never seen anything like this.
Okay.
No, how would
They
only
look
get
pretty
rid of a
sturdy.
-1?
Might be able to make a some armor out of it or something. I don't know. But I've been thinking about
I
taking up
think-
armor anyway.
We
I
can
have
be the company
weapons.
of the snail.
I have weaponsmithing, but it's 12 - 3 for me, so yeah.
All right. Well, we'll grab them later. Mark this on the map.
Well, there's that purple line there. I don't know what that was
We
from.
know it's
Someone put that there.
Probably
Probably by accident.
purple.
All right. You want to continue on to continue along on the left side?
Mm-hmm.
You
Glad you
find.
mentioned the purple mark.
I'm sorry.
I was going to ask what the purple line was. So I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
There we go. Shell parts.
Oh. Thanks.
It's so tiny there.
I can't change the size. Only Ald can do that.
Really? That's weird. Okay.
Well, maybe if I do it before I start typing, but once I push enter, I can't really do anything but move the words.
Okay, that's fine. This next section, you are surprised to find 2 more of these enormous snails, and you would guess that they're sleeping. They're not really moving much, and they're the large nodules at the on their heads are just kind of like drooped down on the ground. This is another, slopes back towards the back of the cave kind of thing.
I've just had a thought. That creature that's supposed to be able to duplicate things. What if it duplicates one of these snails?
And
Well, they're sleeping right now, so
Yeah. I'm not saying these ones are dodgy, but we might meet one of these snails that isn't as friendly as the others.
yeah.
that's
get to
interesting. A
keep them.
dodgy snail.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to attack one to test it?
No.
No. No, I'm just saying, bear that in mind. Bear that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
These look peaceful. We'll avoid them, but bear it in mind that one of these might attack us.
Yep.
I'm just going to reveal more on the map. Okay, you realize that you basically get back to where the tribe of creatures was living. Go ahead and Braxon and Higgimus, give me an intelligence check as you go into that area.
Whoa!
I pass.
Okay. You both realize as you get in there that things have definitely been moved. It's hard to say exactly what, but just things look out of place from the last time you were here. Since you did kind of, rest for a short time here after the fiasco.
All right, I make note of that to the rest of the party here. Things have been moved around a bit since we were here.
I suggest we check out the walls because they can camouflage.
Right.
Yep. Check the
Or
walls.
they could just, all right, check the walls. Look
All right.
for people hiding.
You go ahead and check along the walls. Why does that keep clicking on the wrong thing? All right, let's see.
Oh, we're down to 30. Where 30, that 32 is.
No, I was just moving, so I was just doing. You can see that 32. Oh yeah, that's right. That did get brought out. No, you're here.
Oh, okay.
I think I selected everything and changed the layer on everything.
Probably we need to let the fireballs off.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did. I got that.
32's fine.
Those are gone.
And there goes the 30.
I'm sorry?
I was just seeing the numbers disappear. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I was just putting them back on the GM layer. I mean, they're just for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's basically because DM legend stuff.
Yeah.
It's room number 30. Okay, what happens in room number 30?
Exactly. Oh, look, you all die.
Yeah, 30
That's
people die
basically
here.
what did happen.
You don't find anything along the walls. You got the gift to help you along with that, but you don't see anything. I mean, you don't find anything. You run your hands along them, bump them, kick them, that kind of thing, and
Tapping your sword against them.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
What does Braxon think is different, seeing as you notice a difference?
Some things have been disturbed. It's hard to tell since you weren't here for very long. You were kind of recovering.
So like
Go
things
ahead.
on the floor, like campfires and stuff.
Give me another intelligence check.
There we go.
Okay. If you had to guess, you would think some things that may have been stores of food have been removed.
Right.
Removed
Looks like the
or
food's
moved?
been taken.
Removed.
Looks like the food's been taken. That
Okay.
means that there is still something else down here that eats the same food as these guys.
Or I don't know if we can take dead creatures and duplicate them.
Higgimus,
Yeah.
give me an
Yes.
intelligence check.
Pass.
You suddenly remember that you left two of these creatures alive last time you were down here.
I left two of these creatures alive.
The party, yeah. You remember the
Yeah,
guys
we
that you
knocked
were
them out.
interrogating? You knocked them out and you left them.
Oh, right.
Now I'll point out that because you went down the ledge face, you passed where they were, so you don't know if they're still knocked out there. But considering that it's been 3 days, it's reasonable to assume that they woke up.
And I turned to the rest of the party, like, oh, that's right. Remember, we knocked two of those guys out.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Oh,
might come down
yeah.
here to get the food and notice that everything else is dead. So Just run off with the food.
And equipment.
Possibly.
All right,
No,
well,
I don't think that was. Let's keep going.
let's
Yeah,
actually
but-
take our break now.
Higgimus,
Yeah.
do you remember whether those, or Braxon, do you remember whether those were actually copies or duplicates, or whether they were real ones?
There's a coffee
Let's
cooking.
remember this after the break, because Uld
There
wants
were
the break.
one of each.
Okay.
And when we have the break, we won't be in Baldur's Gate anymore.
Well, I'd actually have to stop the stream and start it back up again to get that to. Well, no, I did make the change,
Okay.
but it
They
like
have to refresh the page.
yeah. All right, well, we will be back in about 10 minutes or so, and we will continue on from there.
Sounds good.
I'm AFK.